You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. If you wish to control others, you must first control yourself. The ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to use them. You can only fight the way you practice. To know 10,000 things, know one well. Today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. It is difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet. Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye. The primary thing when you take a sword in your hands is your intention to cut the enemy, whatever the means. Get beyond love and grief. Exist for the good of man. All men are the same, except for their belief in their own selves, regardless of what others may think of them. In battle, if you make your opponent flinch, you have already won. If you know the way broadly, you will see it in everything. If you do not control the enemy will control you. Perception is strong and sight weak. In strategy, it is important to see distant things as if they were close, and to take a distanced view of close things. The only reason a warrior is alive is to fight, and the only reason a warrior fights is to win. The important thing in strategy is to suppress the enemy's useful actions, but allow his useless actions. Under the sword lifted high, there is hell making you tremble. But go ahead, and you have the land of bliss. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor. Know your enemy, know his sword. No man is invincible, and therefore no man can fully understand that which would make him invincible. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Truth is not what you want it to be. It is what it is, and you must bend to its power or live a lie. Do nothing which is of no use. 1,000 days of training to develop, 10,000 days of training to polish. You must examine all this well. It may seem difficult at first, but all things are difficult at first. There is nothing outside of yourself that can ever enable you to get better, stronger, richer, quicker, or smarter. Everything is within. Fixation is the way to death. Fluidity is the way to life. This is something that should be well understood. Whenever opponents try to attack you, let them go ahead and do anything that is useless while preventing them from doing anything useful. You should not have a favorite weapon. To become overfamiliar with one weapon is as much a fault as not knowing it sufficiently well. To win any battle, you must fight as if you are already dead. Everything can collapse. Houses, bodies, and enemies collapse when their rhythm becomes deranged. You must achieve the spirit of not allowing the enemy to attack a second time. Train assiduously, with the teacher serving as the needle and the student as the thread. Do not regret what you have done. A man cannot understand the art he is studying if he only looks for the end result, without taking the time to delve deeply into the reasoning of the study. Water adopts the shape of its receptacle. It is sometimes a trickle, and sometimes a wild sea. A bullet from a gun does not make a distinction between practice and combat. You are training to be one, and the same way in your life. Nobody is strong, and nobody is weak, if he conceives of the body, from the head to the sole of the foot, as a unity in which a living mind circulates everywhere equally. There is even rhythm in being empty. It is said that the warrior's way is the twofold way of pen and sword, and he should have a taste for both ways. Do not waste time idling or thinking after you have set your goals. Whatever your determination or willpower, it is foolish to try to change the nature of things. Things work the way they do because that is the way of things. There is timing in everything. Timing in strategy cannot be mastered without a great deal of practice.